everybody. It's episode 11 of Hell's Bells. I'm your Dungeon Master Mess. I use they, them. And we are back from our PAX holiday. Except for TK and Chloe, who I'm really sorry didn't go. So they have the saddest faces. The rest of us did. Oh, and Hadil's camera isn't working, so we have angry Mega face today.
This is better anyway, it's fine.
It's perfect.
We all know Hadil's eating waffles anyway.
I don't have any more. I ate all 72 of them.
Jesus.
Wow.
I don't know how it happened. It just did.
They just went. Vanished. So, how is everybody? Are we all good tonight?
Woo!
So, we need some housekeeping first. So, Hadil's camera is broken. Holly has a lot going on, as she said on Twitter, so she will not be joining us today. Also, Shauna is taking some time. She's having some trouble with her mental health. She's asked me to thank everyone for supporting her with the show and for Wizards for giving her the opportunity, but she is going to be taking the rest of the season off to make sure she looks after herself and focuses on getting herself in a good place. So we're going to miss you, Shauna. We love you, and I hope you do feel better. But today we do have Sati.
Oh, hi.
Before we start as well, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone at Beamdog. We caught up with some of them at PAX. Cool t-shirt. I think Kayla got a cool t-shirt as well. Yeah, if you're not familiar with them, they create the remastered versions of classic D&D games, such as Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, and the game that I played a lot getting ready for this show, Planescape Torment. So if you're enjoying the Planescape setting, check out that game. Also, there's some DLC that I wish Holly was here to tell you about, because there's some Waffle Crew DLC where you can download portrait packs and sound files and things for the Waffle Crew for, I believe it's Baldur's Gate 2, and Neverwinter Nights. Is that right? Have I got that right, everyone? Yeah? Yeah. They're not all muted, they're just all nodding. So anyway, let's take this all tiefling party on our trip around the plains. However, as we all know, not all tieflings are created the same anymore. And there's my book. It's a different book because my other book is being sent to TK at the moment. Has it arrived yet?
Nope, not yet.
It will be with you soon. Everyone is signing it. Kayla's drawn a great picture in it. And some of the folks at Wizards have signed it as well. So on our finale episode, we are going to do a competition and give that away. It's a limited edition Mordenkainen's copy. Very exciting. So anyway, I digress. We're using the sub-races from this book. This is why we always promote this book, because there are tiefling variant sub-races in here. And let's go around, meet everyone, see who they are, what pronouns they use, who they're playing, and what variant they are using, if it's from Mordenkainen's, if it's custom, if it's something else. So let us start. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe, she, her, and I am playing Lyra, a paladin of the Oath of the Ancients paladin. Not from Mordenkainen's, but still equally awesome. And yeah, I'm here to help my party along. Currently with big, lovable, huggy mom arms and a bag of tricks.
Lisa, hey.
Hey, I'm Lisa Chen. I go by she, her, and I play Mercy, who is a tiefling who was swapped with a human baby when she was little in Ravenloft. And now she's a shadow sorceress traveling in Sigil. Or is she in Sigil? I don't know. We ended up in a weird place.
We'll find out soon. Thank you. Hey, Kayla.
I was actually muted. Hi, I'm Kayla, pronouns she, her, and I play Pentar, Circle of Spores druid with Zugmoy heritage, which was altered from one of the features in Mordenkainen's. And I, apparently keep experiments in the basement and kill people, and, it's fine. We're all good.
It's all fine. Everything's fine. Thank you. Hey, TK.
It's me. It's TK. They, them. I play Gil, who is a Zariel heritage tiefling from Mordekainen's. He is a lawful good paladin, and he looked at the Lady of Pain too long last episode. So we'll see how our fancy boy is doing.
Yeah, we'll see how well that went for everyone, shall we?
Not good.
Thank you. Hadil, hello. We can't see you. We know you're there.
It's me, your friend Hadil. She, her. I play Miga, a Triton tiefling child who loves to make art. And I'm sad because, like, I don't get to show you guys any art this time. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my camera.
You can tweet it afterwards.
Yeah, and nobody gets to see my fresh as hell new haircut. That's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm not
dang.
mad.
Too fresh.
It's too fresh.
Thank you. And our special guest, hi, Satine.
Hi guys, I'm Satine Phoenix, she, her. I am the community manager of Dungeons and Dragons and the co-creator of Maze Arcana. And I am playing a mystery.
Everyone does mystery hands. Right, let's get back into it. We've had a big break, but it's time to get back in. So, sorry, I keep moving like weird because my mic is blocking my nose. The multiverse is an infinite place. All manner of planes and demi-planes exist in the cosmology known as the Great Wheel. Our tale is woven in the outer planes, a circle of 16 named planes, which arc around a central hub known as the Outlands. In the centre of this hub is an impossibly tall spire, above which floats the donut-shaped city of Sigil. So last time, our party had returned home from the gate town of Bedlam to their keep in Sigil, with a Decaton Modron in tow. On the way, Gil saw a mysterious floating figure with a headdress of blades, and he found himself covered in cuts. And as they stepped through the door of their kip, they found that they were not where they expected to be. I would like everyone to roll perception checks for me, please. Let's kick this off. And I've just realised I've got no dice out. I'm a genius.
I got a nat 1. Just for you. Gotta start off strong with a nat 1. I mean, it's a 3, but I did absolutely roll a 1.
A 3, okay.
Mercy got a 12.
Okay, Chloe. What did Lyra get?
I got an 11.
And Penta?
5.
Okay, Gil?
9.
Everyone's doing fantastic. Perfect.
Look, in my defense, I'm a little distracted.
Miga went deadass blind, let's be honest. She's blind as hell now.
Well, she's still on the back of that slod.
Oh yeah, I'm in the zombie baby Bjorn.
Yeah, you're Bjorn.
The Slod Bjorn.
I forgot about that.
So, Mercy, you're the one who most has their wits about them, and you notice behind you, Dirge sort of like wanders off and starts handing pamphlets out to some people she's seen walking along. And just before you step in, Gil, a Levity gasps at you and goes, oh no, wait, I'll go get some, and she just dashes off before finishing the sentence. So the rest of you step through. Mercy, you go through the door of the kip, and you find yourself on a barren plain. The harsh sun is baking you, and the red dust that is occasionally whipped up by the winds clings to your clothing, stings your eyes, and it threatens to fill your lungs. Off in the distance are craters and twisted, angry iron fortresses, and you can hear the sounds of a huge skirmish somewhere over the horizon. But the area immediately around you is bare, save for a small hut. Then, over the noise of the wind and the battle, you can hear the howling of wolves.
Mercy is terrified of wolves, so she will immediately turn around, bumping into her companions, trying to leave.
Your companions are not with you. As you turn around, there's just this plain stretching off in the distance.
I would like to panic as a free action.
Panic is absolutely a free action.
Out of habit and to try to get a sense of control, I'm also just trying to get the dust off of my clothing. I'm not happy about that either. It's a little bit wolves, and then like right underneath is dust on clothes.
It's almost as if it's Mercy's nightmare.
Yeah. Sounds like it. I guess even though I don't see them, I'll try like calling out for everybody by name. So she'll be shouting, Pentar, Pentar, are you there? Gil?
There
Lyra?
is no response to your calls. There's just the barren plain, the twisted buildings in the distance, and this hut in front of you.
Trying to find cover from the wolves, I will proceed towards the hut.
Okay, are you going inside?
I will knock.
There is no answer at the door.
Okay.
And in fact, as you knock, it gently swings open a tiny bit.
Okay. I will peek inside. Do I need to roll a perception or investigation, or what
You
do I
may
see?
roll one of those if you choose. Absolutely.
I think they're the same. I think I have no modifier to either.
Roll dice.
Oh no, I can investigate. I'm gonna investigate.
Roll dice.
Yes. I got an 18 plus 3, 21.
Awesome. So you peek in, and what strikes you instantly is that this space inside the hut could not possibly fit. It's TARDIS-like.
Yes.
And are you looking, and there are shelves? Just the walls are lined with shelves. It goes on. There are books in all the shelves. You're just peeking into this huge library. And you can also see someone moving around in among the shelving.
Oh, what does the someone look like? Do they look humanoid?
You can't ascertain much about them from here. You would have to move closer for sure.
I'll start moving closer and I'll try to get their attention and just say, hello, I'm sorry to barge in. I don't know how I ended up here. There are wolves outside. And I'll just kind of stammer and walk closer to them.
Okay, as you clear the threshold, the door slams behind you. And you are inside this library. Gil. Hello. You find yourself waking up. And I would like you to roll perception as well, actually. Or investigation, whichever you prefer.
I will have nothing in both of those. So I guess it's going to be perception. Let's see. I got an 8.
Excellent. So, you sort of like coming to, you're bleary-eyed and blinking, and you suddenly hear this voice, and you didn't realise there was someone near you. And the voice goes, Yates! Wake up! Are you having your delusions again?
No. Oh no, I hate this already. He'll look around, yeah.
So
Do I recognize them? Do I see them?
yes, you see 3 people sitting in resplendent chairs. You are awaking in a banquet room. They're eating. You see Demetrius, you see Theolinda, and you also see who you know as Yates. The original Yates. And he's laughing at you and chatting with the other 2. And he's saying, Yates, wake up, I need some wine.
Do I have any sense that this is the way things are supposed to be? Or am I like, do I still have all of the knowledge of my previous
You
adventures?
are, as far as you know, you are Gil.
Yeah, Gil will stand up and very, like, irritably, are there other chairs? Or is it just those 3?
There are other chairs. This is you recognise this as your home in Calimshan.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll pull out a chair and just sit down.
And Demetrius says, Yates, what are you doing, you fool?
I have no idea what he's doing.
They all sort of look at each other and mutter to each other slightly.
Is this a joke? Is Yates wearing wedding rings?
Roll perception as you look at him.
Oh man, I sure hope I don't screw this up. No, it's cool. An 11.
As you're
Bill's the
specifically
worst.
peering for them, you do see a glint. He is wearing rings.
No.
He is wearing very fine clothing. And you look down at yourself and you are wearing the clothing of a servant.
But not my wedding rings or anything?
Nope.
I'm not wearing my wedding rings?
Nope.
Oh no. I don't think that Gil would even know what to do at this point. I think he would just like sit there like dumbfounded. Like he wouldn't even know how to react to this. He's never been in this sort of position before. Like where he's expected to be the servant instead of like the lord of the house.
Yet this is the position he finds himself in.
Man, I don't know. I think that Gil would just get up and knock Yates out of his seat.
Okay.
I mean, this dude stole his clothes and his spouse's.
Should we come back to you? Should we come back to you?
Yeah. We're having
back to you.
trouble here. We're having a time.
Penta.
Yeah.
Penta, you wake up. Your robe is gone. Your fungus is gone. You can't hear the voices. Your hair is brushed and clean. Your horns are clean.
She just starts like screaming and running around and crying and
You try
digging
to run
at the
around
ground.
and you find that you are in a cage.
Yeah, she just tries to wild shape if she can.
Okay.
She just turns into, I don't know, anything that'll fit between the bars, just a cranium rat or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. So she turns into a rat and she just starts running around. But yeah, even the rat form, all clean, glossy fur, no fungus.
I hate it. I hate it. She hates it. She's
Can
she's
we
like
swap?
crying. Yeah.
Treatsies.
Body swap. Yeah, I don't. She's just trying to get out. So is the cage changing when she changes so she can't get out?
No, she gets out of the cage.
Oh, she gets out. Okay.
But you are in a very sort of clean facility of some sort. It's a very clean room. There are some tables. There's equipment.
She just tries to find the door, any way to get out, a window or a door. And she's just like really frantic and destructive in that, like she's just running into stuff and panicking.
Okay, perception for me.
Okay. Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh,
Plus,
nice.
is that wisdom? Yeah, +2. So.
Okay, so you spot the door and you dart for it. And as you do, it sort of starts to open up slowly. And someone walks in and they are wearing the symbol of the cult that you used to live with on their tabard. And they start chuckling and look down at you in your little rat form.
I immediately turn back into Pentar and then wild shape into giant centipede and try to crunch them.
Crunch.
Lyra,
Oh Lord, yes.
you are standing by a fountain.
Oh no. I already know what this. Okay, go on.
Don't give your DM backstory.
No. Dun dun dun. Okay, go on.
And it's the familiar memory. You hear the water splashing, the sun is warm, and you see the figure in front of you that you remember so well.
I know them very well. Okay. How far away are they from me? Like, decent amount? Or...
Maybe 30 feet.
I'm gonna walk up and sit on the edge of the fountain, like, by them.
And do you look at them?
Yes.
As you approach, the figure turns to look at you. And it is Cyril. But he has plating attached to his face. He raises a hand, and it is a metal hand, like a claw. And his eyes look like he's begging for help.
Lyra didn't see any of this metal plating before, like, she, like, got, like, as soon as she sat down, then she saw it. Was he, like, turning away? And as
he turns to you.
Lyra will flat out scream, like the worst blood-curdling scream you could ever hear, and she'll be like, "What did they do to you?" And she'll, like, grab at his face and, like, try to, like, see what's going on, and, like, she's, like, freaking out.
He's trying to speak to you, but no words can come out.
Yeah. She'll try to take him to an exit. She'll, like, grab him, be like, it's okay. We can fix this. It's irreversible. We can fix this. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. And she'll kind of picture or grab him and try to, like, move him towards an exit. Get him out of here. Get him out of the castle.
Miga, you're no longer
can't come to the phone right now. She's doing beautiful children things.
She's not in the Slard Baby Bjorn anymore.
Oh
No!
It's already the
this
worst.
is the worst. It can't get worse than that.
Your hair has been neatly brushed and braided. All your treasures are gone. And as you sort of, like, look at your surroundings and start to take it in, you are back in the Modron plant.
At first I thought you were going to say I was back in school, and I was going to be like, no! But no, this is somehow worse.
It is worse. In the shadows at the back of the room, there's this large, dark, looming figure. And as you look at it, it looks squid-like.
Oh no.
And it seems to be sort of making some orders. And then two figures come out, and they have S34N between them.
No, my beautiful boy.
And they lead him to a table and start strapping him down.
Oh no. Mika loses her mind.
Mercy.
Yes.
The figure.
I'm in a lovely library with a friend.
Yeah.
And everything's great.
The
Come on,
figure
Tequila.
steps out from behind a bookcase. Satine, you're in.
Oh.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I got excited. What you can see in front of you is I don't know how tall I am. How tall am I?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure.
I am a human. I look a little frazzled. I'm like walking around, like picking up books and reading them. And you did say something, right?
I said, I'm sorry to just barge in. There were wolves outside, and I don't know how I got here, but that's not unusual.
Don't interrupt my thought. I'm gonna put you aside. When did I call you? When did I call you over? Did I call you over? I thought I put you away. I have to find this book. I just
You seem
and then I
you
go.
seem weird. Maybe if you had a proper organizing system, you could find the book more easily. And I can help you with that if I can stay here and not outside where the wolves are.
Just stay in your circle. Stay in your circle, right there. And then I blink, and then like a teddy bear pops up in just next to me and is like rummaging through books. I don't even now. See, you messed up my thought process, and now I don't even remember what book I'm looking for. But it was very important. What? Why are you here? What? Why did I bring you here?
I don't. Is there a circle for me to stand in? I will stand in a circle if there is one, or just to play along and try to calm you. I will try and like minor illusion a circle that I can stand in at least for a little while. What does this human look like? Like, do they look familiar?
How familiar is Mercy with this human? I don't think
Do
Mercy
they look
would...
like my? I might. Lisa
insight.
thinks she knows who this is, but I don't know if Mercy was thinking about it. I got a 10, so it's 50-50.
Yeah, there's something really familiar about this person, but you can't put your finger on what's familiar about them.
I believe I'm a redhead. Is that right?
I did send you a picture.
I have it right here. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm gonna explode. But my outfit is very. It makes sense for this room. And whatever you think that I should be wearing in this room is what I'm wearing in this room.
Mercy is going to try to calm this crazy person down by making small talk, and she's going to say, "You know, my mom has red hair."
My mom has red hair. Of course, your mom has red hair. Why are you?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Wait, why are you asking me questions? Why are you asking me so many questions? I don't like these questions. Why aren't you going away? Bear! I just start telling Bear, go get rid of her. I don't understand what's going on right now. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm looking for the book to make this make sense.
Does the bear come for me? The little teddy bear? I'm gonna shock and grasp it. Like, and I'll just like zap it.
How does that work, Maz, if it's an illusion?
I think if it hits, maybe it will dissipate the illusion, probably.
When did I teach you how to do that in my...
Okay.
This working.
I don't know who you are or what exactly is going on. Can you tell me what this place is?
Why are you acting so weird? I'm Eddie. We talk all the time. Why are you... And then I walk up really, really slowly, like a minute. I'm doing this, just poking at you.
Mercy starts leaning back, and then when I can't lean back anymore, I prestidigitate your finger clean right before it pokes me.
And I smack at you. Okay, I don't understand what's going on here. I don't
understand what's going on here. Are we both like freaking out now?
And then I make a chair underneath you, and then I make you sit. Tell me what you know.
I don't know what's going on. What did you say your name was?
Eddie, is this a game? Did I make you up to make you play a game with me that I forgot? When did I do that? And then I walk off and I just start like walking over to the library.
Once Eddie repeats her name, Mercy suddenly gets really quiet and really still and just starts observing this person because that's the name of the sister she's been looking for.
Dun, dun, dun!
Gil, have we gotten any further in our thought process?
I'm ready for my scheduled trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna tip Yates out of the chair. I mean, this is clearly all Yates' design, so he's definitely gonna push Yates out of the chair.
Okay. Can you do me a Strength athletics check.
Violence! Oh my gosh, awesome. I got a 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
17. You tip him up on the floor, unceremoniously, onto his butt.
Take it. Can Gil, like, climb on top of him?
Sure.
Like, hold him down?
And he's like, Yates, what do you... I will not have this. Someone call a
Awesome.
guard.
Yeah.
My father will hear of this.
Oh, well. Yeah, Gil's gonna put his, like, knees on Yates's shoulders and, like, grab his wrist and try and, like, jimmy off his wedding rings.
Oh, cool. Can you do sleight of hand for me?
I would love to. I would love to fail at this now that I've just, like, tipped him ass over tea kettle.
Might be okay, because I only rolled a 3.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. Awesome, I have a +1, so... Haha, 18.
Cool. Yeah.
Gimme.
You sort of like, you're sitting on his chest and you're wriggling these rings and you're pulling at them,
Yes.
and then you slip them both off of his finger. What do you do with them?
Straight onto my finger.
As you slip them both onto your finger, the scene around you changes and dissolves and warps, and you find yourself on a plain, and in front of you there is a small hut. The sun beats down on you, and the red dust clings to your clothing and threatens to enter your lungs. Off in the distance you can hear the sounds of a skirmish over the horizon.
Okay. What's the hut look like? Just like a straw hut,
A
or
small sort of like wooden shack.
anything that he would have seen in Kalimshan, or does he have the feeling that he's like not in Kalimshan anymore?
He is not in Kalimshan anymore, Toto.
Toto. I guess, can I see the battle?
No,
Or is
you
it
can-
just like it's ambiance?
It's ambiance.
Okay. I guess he'll my ring's still there?
Yeah. And you are back wearing your regular Gil clothing. Slightly blood-specked from your encounter.
My new armor and my fancy cloak.
Yep.
Oh yes, he'll do like a dramatic like billow of his cloak as he's like, I'm back, baby. And I guess he'll go up and knock on the door of the hut.
So again, there is no actual answer, but as you knock, the door swings open slightly, as if to invite you in.
Don't like that. Yeah, he'll go in. He thinks he owns this house. It's fine.
Okay. He always does.
He does.
We're back to Penta.
I was trying to crunch.
Roll a crunch.
I will do that. Ooh. 9 to crunch.
It does not crunch.
That figures.
Your mandibles clack ineffectively against some chainmail armor.
I mean, she would just try to keep crunching. She's frantic right now, so I don't know.
Can you roll a strength athletics check for me?
Yes, I can.
5.
The figure just sort of flings you off and shoves you onto the floor. And your little legs are just all sort of like, nah.
Yeah, I'm on my back, like, and I flip back over and try to leap at him again.
Roll insight or perception.
Okay. 9.
So you're sort of like waving your legs frantically.
Yeah, she's probably like blinded by fear and rage,
Yeah, yeah.
honestly. So that seems appropriate.
And you're sort of like rolling around, and then you realise that you've rolled and you're between the guy and the door now.
All right, I want to try and get through, like, bolt through the door.
So you sort of like run out and scuttle out. Are you staying in your centipede form, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you're like scuttling out and you're looking around, and it's just like this sort of clean corridor just stretching off into the distance on either side.
She just tries to run down the corridor, like in a little corner of it, trying to stay like low and trying to run really fast and frantically trying to like look for somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Just anywhere.
So it goes on for ages and ages, but every so often there's like a door on one side, but they're sort of quite far spaced apart.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of like run past one and it's ajar slightly, but the corridor just seems to be endless, going on forever.
I'll go into the one that's ajar.
So you sort of like scuttle your way inside, and you see this room with these tables on. And how tall is this giant centipede?
I always imagined that it was like prehistoric giant centipede sized, rather than like typical these days, which I feel like are like this big. I was thinking more like,
I mean, I could get my millipedes out for comparison.
Yeah. I was thinking like at least like 3 or 4 feet long.
Okay, but like, so from the floor it's quite not very tall, if you're like...
Right, pretty low to the ground, like maybe a foot.
Yeah, okay, so from where you are you can see these tables above you, but you can't really see what's on them. But you can hear sort of like muffled noises.
Well, she's going to immediately try and see what's up there.
As you sort of scuttle up the leg and onto one, you see that there's a figure strapped onto this table, and it's wearing quite a familiar brown robe.
I want to try to chew off the ties that are tying this person down.
They are like metal shackles.
Yeah, she still wants to try.
Okay, sure.
Like, because she's got like poison bite. I don't know. She's just
okay.
Like,
Roll.
Acid bite.
Yeah, roll an attack because it will have an AC. Where's that? It'll be in here. It'll be on here. Object ACs.
That's an 8. I'm doing really great today.
Freaking out. Yeah, you're just like clanking your mandibles against this metal again.
So I wild shape back into Pentar and just try to pull on them and try and like do anything I can to get the ties off.
Okay, so like, yeah, you sort of like, you're pulling at it and they've got like these bolts on them, and you could probably like spend some time and unscrew some things and undo it. They're not like a padlock.
Yeah. She's like, kind of dumb though, so she punches them for a little bit at first and is like freaking out and crying, and like then she tries to like unscrew them.
Mm-hmm. And as you sort of like look up from doing this, you realise that there are more tables, and the one you're at is Dirge, but then you can see Mega's on a table, Mercy's on a table, Lyra's on a table.
Yeah, she's just trying. She's just like, I gotta get Dirge out, and then we can get everyone else out. And she's just trying to free them in any way possible.
Okay, and oh, I can't say this. This is the worst. No, I'm gonna do it. Dirge turns to look at you, and where her face is, it's been replaced with like a Modron eye.
I want to be like, this is a good look for you. No, like, she's just like, ah! And she just starts screaming, and she's still just like, this is my friend. This person's important to me no matter what, and is just trying to.
Can you roll sleight of hand for me?
Mm-hmm. 5.
Okay.
I give up.
Lyra, how's it going?
Well, other than the trauma of this, no, I feel like she's still trying to like move Cyril as best as she can towards an exit. And is she, I have a question, is she wearing a ring? Is she wearing her engagement ring?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. So as she's like moving Cyril. She'll be like, my love, it's okay. We can fix this. We'll take you somewhere. I know a cleric. We can take them. Remember. And like, if she looks at him, like, is he like taking any of this in? Like, is he trying to like talk? Like, what is he doing?
You can see he is trying to talk, but the plates on his face are preventing him from being able to say anything. And his eyes just look trapped and frightened and pleading for help.
Ooh. She's gonna, as she's like, she'll keep on pulling him. And does she see any exits at all? I'm assuming she'd know where the exits were, but
roll me perception or investigation, whichever you want.
Okay, perception. Oh my god. Or what one? Insight.
Insight's good as well, yeah.
Insight? Okay, I can do insight. So 20,
it's a place
23.
Ooh, awesome. So, it's like, you know when you have those dreams where you go back to an old house, but the layout is different? And it's like, walls aren't where you expect them to be, corridors leads to the wrong rooms, and it's like that you're like trying to go to exits, and you're like, I'm sure there was a door here, there's not a door here. And you sort of get to one, and as you look down you see another figure coming down the corridor towards you, and this corridor is actually the tunnel that you were in.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, I know this is an escape tunnel, I escaped through this tunnel, and you start going through it, and the figure comes towards you, and it is your mother. And with that check, you can see that she also has modifications.
Oh gods. Okay. Flat out, she like, I imagine her like just being like mid-sentence to Cyril, like, it's okay, we're gonna get married and like in the and then as soon as like she sees her mother with the same thing, she's just gonna I don't want her to drop Cyril, but you can tell like his weight will like kind of get to her, like she's not as strong as she was in that moment, and she's just gonna scream again, basically. Because it's like an exit, like she's trying to get to her to make sure that, you know, she's okay, and she's just gonna start screaming and asking, where's a cleric? I need someone here. And she's gonna try to summon the steed, like she's gonna try to summon Tally, her steed, and she's just gonna like bamf the dog out of into the scene.
Miga, the figures bring in S34 and N out. They lift him up by his little arms, his little fork arm and his regular arm, and strap him down onto a table. And they start dismantling pieces of him. And he is screaming as this goes on. And as he's sort of like screaming and wriggling, he sort of turns slightly and then catches sight of you. And he's like, Miga! Miga too! Help!
Mia doesn't like this. She takes her newly, like, her braid and, like, puts it over her eyes like a blindfold and just, like, tries to scream louder to drown out the sound.
The figures continue what they are doing. And there's just this screaming, and then you hear a familiar voice in your head, the one that tells you to do things, and you realise it's coming from that strange squid figure over in the corner, and it says, Miga, what are you going to do?
Miga doesn't have her bag, does she?
She does. It's been washed. It's very clean.
I would like to reach into the bag. Is my emergency wand in there?
Your emergency wand is in there. Does it have any charges left?
It does. It has 3 charges left. I would like to fire all 3 charges.
And do you just fire them up in the air or in a direction?
I would like to fire, because you said it's 2 figures, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire 1 at each and then 1 at the ceiling.
You're not going to fire anything at the figure in the background?
Actually, yes, I will go ahead and fire at the figure in the background.
Can you make 3 attack rolls? I'd like you to add your proficiency. And
all right.
I'm going to say add your charisma as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And for the attack rolls, I'm just rolling the d20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that is 13 plus proficiency, 16,
Nice.
17, 18, 19 for the first one.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh, 19. 25 for the second one. Dirty 20 for the third.
Excellent.
Mika ain't playing around. It's an emergency.
Is she like screaming emergency as she does it?
Yes, emergency, like 1,000 times.
The wand goes off and a bolt of fire streaks out and smashes into the first figure and again with the second figure, and they both sort of like melt away. You know, like when celluloid film catches fire and it does that weird melty thing?
Yeah, like spreads. It's
Yeah, and that's what happens to them. And then the figure's sort of laughing, and then as it realises that a bolt is coming for it, it sort of stops dead, and it says, "Oh, too clever," and then it dissipates as well. And Miga, you find yourself on a plane, and the sun is baking you, bearing down on you. The red dust, whipped up by the winds, clings to your clothes, stings your eyes, and threatens to fill your lungs. And in front of you, you can see a small hut.
I would like to run towards the hut,
Okay.
waving my now useless wand.
Actually, you need to roll a d20 for your wand as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. Hold on a second. Let me clear up some space. Okay, 18?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thank God.
Okay.
About to lose a damn hand over here.
Mercy, back to you.
So Mercy is sitting in the chair and she's watching Eddie walk around the room, and she's like, I don't know where to begin. And then she kind of nods and remembers, and she goes into her pack, if she has her pack, and she unrolls a little piece of parchment and she reads it and kind of nods to herself and then rolls it up. And then, as if rehearsed many times, she says, my name is Mercy Albrecht. I was raised by Edwin and Edith Albrecht. They're your parents. We were swapped at birth. I want you to know that the doctor and Edith wanted you. They tell me many times when they found me in the crib that they tied me to the lightning rod on the roof to try to get rid of me, but I persisted and they raised me as their own, and I found you now, and I can take you home. And does Gil walk in the door at any point?
Yeah. About now is when Gil just suddenly barges in the doorway.
And right as you say that, I'm like, I know all of this. I've watched you my whole life. You want to be in that crib? You love that family? I've seen how much you love that family. Get in your crib. And I do this thing, and you're inside of, like, the ground kind of juts up, and you're inside of a giant human-sized crib.
Gil? Hi, Gil. And I kind of gesture out of the crib, and I'm like, this is my sister.
As scary as that was, like, I couldn't help but think for a second, like, aren't baby cribs technically also human-sized? But I just, so I got like this small,
adult size.
I don't mean to ruin the ambience. I just got the idea of her in like a baby crib. Sorry. Okay, so Gil just saw her be imprisoned in this crib. Okay, he'll probably and does he like see would he consider Edie or Eddie to be a like a threatening sort of figure?
That's what. She's super hot, but like, but crazy. Got the crazy eye.
she's like, she looks very elegant, very well raised, very noble.
Yeah.
But like
the sort of lady Gil would probably associate with, but yeah, she looks a bit psychotic.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, at first he was about to be like, "Oh, well, I'll just leave you to it," but now he's kind of like making sure his horn covers are on straight. It's like,
Gil, it is not the time.
just one moment, Maid Yates. How can I be of assistance?
what are you doing here? None of this makes any sense.
I'm just fetching my servant.
That is not your servant. I know who she is. Would I know who Gil is? If I've been kind of peekabooing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you probably know who everyone is.
You can't lie to me. I know you're lying to me.
Well, I haven't paid her this month, but I assure you, her contract of employment is still fresh.
Mercy is furious.
I mean, she's not a baby either, but, well, I mean, look.
Wait a minute. She is real. Are you real? And magic missile to your face.
Oh, wow. I assure you, he is absolutely real. And so if you want to roll that damage, I'm going to tell you how many points worth of real he is.
That is
R.I.P.
4. 4 points.
Okay. Oh, thank Jesus.
Okay, you're real. How did you guys get here? None of this makes sense. You guys here to stay with me? Are you gonna live in my hut with me? Who brought you here?
Mercy is trying to climb out of the crib, and she's like trying to scale the wall and is like falls over the side.
Gil will reach an arm down in there just to kind of like give her like an anchor to hold on to.
I'll reach up to
She's
grab
not
your
shrunk
arm.
or anything, is she? She's like a regular sized human, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a really big crib.
Because how funny would it be?
What are you doing? Leave her alone. I have questions for you too. And I move the chair over under you, but I don't want you to sit.
He'll see the chair and he'll thank you. How polite. See, Maid Yates.
It's Mercy.
This is service, and he'll like fluff out his billowing cloak and just sit down and please let's discuss this as civilized people. What am I doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing here?
Questions. How do you know my friends? How do you know me?
I've watched you.
Strange.
Forever. This is where I went. I went to the here, and here I am, and I've been watching you, and I've watched your life and the lightning thing, but whatever. I can see things. I've been watching.
Does Gil see that there's like a family resemblance or anything here?
Oh no, there isn't a resemblance between the two.
Oh, okay. So this is just a strange, like exceptionally hot, crazy looking lady watching his other attractive friend. He doesn't see a problem.
Gil, I've told you this so many times. I was swapped at birth with a human baby, and I was raised by the doctor and Edith, and this is their daughter, Eddie.
I'm the daughter. True. All of this is true.
Does this
but
mean...
you guys have to tell me how you got here, because I didn't watch that part.
We just ended up here. There weren't myths or anything. This is unusual even for me. Gil, how did you get here?
I kicked the shit out of my butler.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You guys don't make any sense.
Are my parents here?
I didn't see them.
Nobody's here. Only my friends are here. And then I like gesture to the back of the library and I blink like this. and then just people like are sitting and reading books in the library, and so it was like people having tea. Like, see, these are my friends.
Oh,
Gil
They're
will
nice.
like
Everyone
slow
here is
turn.
nice, otherwise they don't get to stay here.
Where do they go? If not here.
Mercy's gonna edge closer to Gil.
Yeah, Gil's gonna like slow head turn to Mercy, just like, whoo, and he'll actually say that out loud because he has no tact. He'll just, whoo, boy. Where do they go if they don't stay here?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So not here. Has anyone that you have sent to not here ever come back here? Either on
Only if I want them to.
Oh, cool.
Mercy's now standing behind Gil.
In the crib.
Between Gil and the crib, just kind of like peeking over Gil's shoulder. And I'm gonna kind of whisper to Gil, maybe if I get her home, my dad can fix her and whatever's happened to her being here.
I think it's worth a try, but maybe before we focus on getting her home, we should focus on getting us home because I like me.
Did I hear any of that?
He wasn't trying to not let you hear it.
I
you
was.
guys
Well,
don't
I
get to
said
go
I
home.
tried.
I'm not letting you out.
Oh.
You're not leaving here. I'm leaving here. I've been here for
Oh.
too long. Forever. I've been here all forever. And
Is
so
this a
you guys get to stay
Tracy?
here, and then I'm gonna go with my parents where I belong.
I mean, do you like
okay
your
with half
parents?
of this?
I was taken. It's your fault. And
I didn't do anything. I was a
would
baby.
like to also I would like to, oh my gosh, there's so many possibilities. I would like to thunderclap.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh yeah! And that is a Constitution saving throw. DC 17.
I would like to counterspell my sister.
Oh shoot.
I would like for Gil to cower behind his shield.
Can I counterspell a counterspell?
You can counterspell with counterspell,
Holy
yes.
crap! What is happening?
Oh, that's amazing.
Does that still mean no thunderclap though?
No, I think that Edie just counterspelled my counterspell.
Okay. Is that cast at the same time as thunderclap?
Counterspells are both reactions, so they both use their reactions now.
Oh, okay. So we do get thunderclapped then.
Yeah, you both need to make your con saves.
That's cool. That's all I was wondering. Awesome.
What? No, what?
I got a 20 plus stuff.
Yay!
25.
I'm super into this 7 that I just got. Feeling
Gil's
great
not
about
doing
it.
great, is he?
He's not
That's-
having a good day.
That's 12. That's 12 points of thunder damage.
I think I've been very polite. Oh, I guess now he has tinnitus though, so he's like got like one hand over one of his ears, just like trying to pop his ear. Does that knock him out, knock him over or anything? Knock him prone or anything?
No.
No knockbacks. Awesome.
Just rings your noggin.
Awesome. So it's like he's trying to like hide behind his shield, and it just like not only deafens him, but like sends his shield like straight into his forehead. And then his gold horn color covers are like tuning forks, and they just
And she's just enraged, like just I belong there. You don't belong there. You belong here by yourself forever, like me.
Mercy is standing very still and very terrified because this family reunion isn't going how she thought it was going to go.
Penta.
Yes.
What's going down?
Do
Do you want to do another sleight of hand check for me?
Sure. We'll see if I can roll better. Let me use a different d20. We'll see what happens. 15.
Yeah, you managed, after punching it several times and you just like, your teeth trying to bite it, and then you realise that actually there's a little bolt that unscrews, and then you sort of like twiddle it a bit and it drops off, and then you figure out how to release everyone. So you're running around all the tables, you're unscrewing all these bolts, and you release everyone, and everybody is there. There's S34N on a table. He's had like person hands grafted to him.
Could be considered an improvement.
Does he still have his kissable lips?
Absolutely.
Very important question.
Oh, good. Well, then he's
Oh my God.
Modrons do.
Yeah, then he's fine.
All Modrons do. Yeah, but like Mercy's there, and her horn has been replaced with like a strange sort of like Dalek contraption-y thing coming out of her head, and Mega's there, and she's had like a leg removed, and she's got a Modron leg instead, and everyone's
That's fucking lit.
Yeah. Pentar's just like, oh, I'm so glad I found everyone. Let's go. Come on, everybody. It doesn't like, she registers that things are weird, but she's like, I don't know, they may have wanted this. I don't know. They seem, let's go. Come on. We got to get out of here.
So are you leading them out of the door?
Yeah.
So you step through the door, and you find yourself on a barren plain. The harsh sun bakes you, and the red dust that is occasionally whipped up by the winds clings to your clothing, stings your eyes, and threatens to fill your lungs. And you can see a small hut in front of you.
Okay. And am I naked still?
You probably managed to find a lab robe thing.
Oh.
Actually, no, now you're here.
Yeah.
Now you're here. You have your fungal.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just like, I'm back to normal, and then are they still following me, or have they disappeared?
They have vanished. You are alone on this plane.
Okay. I just run for the hut. Like, I'm like, trying to find where they went to, because I had my weird friends, and now they're gone, so I'm just gonna run for the hut and like burst through the door.
Okay. Lyra, you're still in this tunnel, freaking out, and your steed starts bounding down the tunnel towards you. It's been summoned.
I'm going to prop Cyril up as best as I can, and I'm gonna look at him in his eyes, and I'm gonna be like, everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure this out. And I'm holding his hand, and I'll give it a reassuring squeeze, and I'll kiss his forehead, and I'll go towards my mother, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just like grab her and give her like a huge hug and try to pull her towards Tally, and I'm gonna be like, we're gonna go find someone, and everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix you. And I'll touch her face and kind of like make sure her hair is all neat and prim,
Can you roll a strength check as you try and sort of pull her in for a hug for me?
Yes. That is a 21.
Wow. So you can sense she's trying to pull away from you, but she doesn't manage to. And as you're sort of like neatening and fussing and things, you can hear her just like barely audibly whisper to you, "This is what happened. You left, and this is what they did to us."
Ooh. The moment she hears that, she'll stop pulling. She'll be like, What did you say to me?
You did this to us, Lyra.
And she'll look back at Cyril, and she'll see kind of the pain on his face, and she'll look back at her mom, and she'll start shaking her head. She's like, no, I didn't want this. I wanted to protect you. I wanted to keep you all safe. I never wanted this. And she'll like just start to like just shake her head and reach out back towards Cyril and try to grab his hand and reach out towards her mother and try to grab her hand.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes. That is a nat 1. Hey. Okay.
So you sort of like reach back towards Cyril and as you look back to your mother, you don't realize it until they're like almost looming over her shoulder. But you see that Gil is there and Pentar is there and all of your party, and they've all got plates and Modron parts on them as well. And your mother says, "You did this to all of us, Lyra. You don't look after people."
She's just gonna be like, no, I didn't want this. I didn't want this. I didn't. And then she'll like run up to like Pentar and like she'll try to like feel her face and like try to like kind of like make sure she's okay. And she's like, "I didn't want this. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do any of this." And like she'll run up to like, you know, Dirge and like see if she's okay, and she'll like check Gil and like she's like, "I didn't want any of this. I didn't want. No, this can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real." And she'll run towards Tally and she'll try to get on Tally and try to grab Cyril if she can and just try to leave.
And your mother will say, "Running away again like you did before. You ran away from us. You ran away from your friends. And now you're running away from both."
Oh, hitting it where it hurts. She's gonna, oh my god, I don't even know what she would do. She doesn't want her to be right, but she knows that she needs to get help and she needs to get them help. She doesn't know what to do. She wants to leave. She wants to leave with Cyril because that's everything she's wanted. But she knows that all these people that are her friends and her family are like there. Oh god. She's going to scream for Salune and for Savras. She's gonna just yell out and be like, "Why are you both doing this? Help me. I need help. I need you." And she's like, "I don't even care who. I just need something. I need someone. Help. And she's just gonna scream and yell and shout for her god, whoever that may be.
Okay.
Assuming Savras, but whoever that may be.
The door to the library bursts open and Miga charges in.
Yeah.
She's screaming
just
emergency, I bet.
Screaming emergency, waving my arm. And I like anytime I use this wand, I always like imagine it's like there's like soot all over Miga's hands. Like I don't know if anybody's ever fired like a gun or anything, but usually like gunpowder will get on your hands, and like her hand is just like super messy. And it's just like waving it around. And it's like got little bits of smoke coming off the end. And she's like, "There's been an emergency."
Whoa! And I just duck. Like, stop waving that thing!
Oh, and then Miga holds it up, like, you can't see, but she holds it up, like, really close to her face, like, "It's okay. I've used all of the emergencies inside."
As Miga distracts Eddie, Mercy snaps back to attention and she rushes over to Eddie and puts her arms around her and says, "Don't worry. Hello, cat. Hi. Goodbye." Oh no, what did you press on my computer? Okay.
You're in the
Everything's
carrot.
gonna be all right, you guys.
Crib.
Mercy snaps to attention, rushes over to hug Eddie, and says, "Don't worry, we're gonna try to get out of here together." And I'd like to sleight of hand tie a rope around her.
You're in the crib.
I thought I climbed out of the crib.
Yeah, Gil helped Mercy out.
Oh, okay. Can I reaction run away from her?
If Mercy does a sleight of hand, I want you to do a dex check for me, Satine.
Alright, and I'll roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my.
Uh-oh.
I've got a high dex. Okay, that's 16 on the die.
I got a 15 total. I'm just gonna stand there with a rope.
And I think Eddie's passive perception is also high enough that she would notice you trying with the rope as well.
This is how we hug in Ravenloft?
I knew it! I knew I couldn't trust you! And I look at you really, really hard. Like this.
I would like to do what I was
And
planning
that's
on. Oh, no.
A wisdom saving throw.
No, why?
DC 17.
I rolled really bad. I rolled a 6.
Okay, DM, that was Phantasmal Killer.
Oh, okay.
And basically, I like swap my memories, and like super fast you relive everything that I've experienced, and like the emptiness and the sadness and the psychological trauma from being by myself and watching you grow up, and you just that the hate and the anger. And that's gonna be you are now frightened.
Yep.
And 10, 11, 13, 17 points of damage.
Mercy is going to curl up into a ball on the floor and start crying, and then as the memories keep coming, just kind of clutch at her head and scream and start screaming.
Oh, I guess you don't take damage this time. You're just frightened.
Oh, okay. I'll add 17 back. But that makes it sound like it happens a bunch. So that
at the end of each of the target's turns before the spell ends, a target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take that damage. But you're frightened.
So I guess would I see myself watching you live everything in my life, basically?
Yeah.
That's because since we've swapped. When I'm really stealing my thunder, Kitty. When Mercy sees Eddie traveling with Pentar, that's when she starts screaming.
And it's at this point that Pentar actually bursts through the door.
She just like bursts through and she's just like looking around, and I guess Gil is there. Is he still like cowering?
No, he stood up by now. Whenever Miga ran into the room, it gave him some bravery. He can't be scared in front of a 10-year-old, so he'll like dust himself off, like, but he's definitely still like finger in the ear, like kind of popping, like popping his jaw, trying to like.
I hate that. And she sees that Mercy's in danger and immediately just like jumps into action, and would like to just shoot some poison spray at Eddie, please.
I'm not even looking at anyone else. I'm just like watching Mercy's face. Like,
yeah, she just like she sees this and she's just like, like at Eddie's face, which is a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 16, I believe.
Oh, that beats it. So I don't think you take anything, I guess. Nope.
If it's a cantrip,
I'm all wet.
Yeah, you're just like, bam. Failure. Poison. I cast poison spray, or I tried to.
Okay, Lyra, you're sort of like, you're on the back of your steed, aren't you?
Yeah, I probably would have grabbed Cyril and like made it towards Tally. I don't know if I would have made it onto like to mount, but
you're probably like on your knees next to Tally, just burying your head in her side,
yeah,
begging, pleading.
And pleading the gods.
Yeah, as you close your eyes, and then in that blackness of your eyes being closed, you see eyes start to open.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what she prayed for. So.
Yeah, and then you open your eyes, and when you open your eyes, you are on a barren plain. The harsh sun bakes you, and the red dust, occasionally whipped up by the wind, clings to your clothing, stings your eyes, and threatens to fill your lungs. And in front of you, you see a small hut. And
am I still like kneeling in like
you
the
are,
sand?
yeah, you're kneeling in this red sand, but around you, it's barren. Everyone's gone.
I just imagine like, because she was putting her face like purely like in the fur, she kind of falters and like stumbles and like has both of her hands on the dirt, and she just kind of reaches up and just like goes like this with the sand and just lets it like fall through her hands, and she's like visibly shaking. But then like she kind of like sees the hut and just kind of like just it does like whatever it takes and just drags herself towards that hut in hopes that there's an answer there.
Okay. After like Pentar sort of like casts her spray, and then the door sort of swings open again, and Lyra sort of like drags herself in the door, and I think everyone should probably roll initiative at this point to actually get turns in order.
Eddie got a 19.
Nice.
A lot of pent up rage.
Hang on, let me write these down.
Lisa, you have 2 cats?
No, just the one.
Oh.
Or no, wait, I have 2. What?
I was like, what are you talking
I was very confused, and I was like, wait, what?
right now.
I think we have the same 2 cats.
Like, has Lisa spent
Like patterns.
months gaslighting us over, like,
Yeah, different
I
personalities.
talk about my cats a lot.
Clara and Lucy are actually the same cat, and that's not even their name.
Maz, I got 15 for initiative.
50 for Mega, thank
I
you.
got 19 plus 2, 21.
For Mercy, 21. Okay.
I got 15, but I would definitely go after Miga. She is much more dexterous.
Okay.
Gil got 17.
17, lovely. And Lyra?
I got 10.
Okay, so the order is Mercy, then Eddie, Gil, Miga, Penta, Lyra. So, Mercy, you are in a ball on the floor, you're frightened, you're reliving these memories, and the door opens again and Lyra is crawling in.
So Mercy sees everyone kind of starting to treat Eddie as a threat. And in emotional pain, she's gonna crawl across the floor towards Eddie, and kind of try to wrap herself around Eddie's leg, and she's just gonna gasp, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry," as she's crying. And she is going to twin cast levitate on both of them to keep them safe on the ceiling. But but if Eddie wants to resist, it's a Constitution saving throw.
I don't even know it's happening. I'm just like watching your face and
All right.
your sadness.
And we rise, like we slam on top of the ceiling, I guess, as Mercy's like panicking in pain, trying to keep her sister safe. And she says, "I promised I would take her home." And then it's the end of my turn, and I think I take damage.
Wisdom saving throw.
All right, my dice are under my cat. 1 second.
DC 17.
I got an 8.
Okay, now you take 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. And blood just drips out of my freaking ears.
You also need to make another Constitution saving throw for your levitation.
Okay.
DC 10.
That one was better. Dirty 20.
You are still up on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Because if that goes, you're falling to the floor, both of you.
Yay!
But it's now Eddie's turn.
Oh my god. I grab you by your wrist and pull you up to my face. It says, now you're upset. Now you're sad and take pity on me. And I shock and grasp her. Yeah, I guess that's just it's an attack. Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, that is.
I'll roll another con save.
And
Rolling real high on these.
13 points of damage.
Whoa.
My breath is really bad, by the way. I've been here a long time.
You couldn't imagine
So then a
toothpaste.
point of poison damage. And Mercy's just apologizing to you over and over again as you zap her. And Mercy's looking at about an 8 on a scale of 44. So she's not looking real good.
Gil is up next.
Gil's gonna use movement and action, seeing how important Edie is to Mercy, even though he's not super into this. He will reach up. How high is the ceiling?
It's a big library. It's pretty tall. They're probably about 30, 40 feet up.
Okay. He will reach up and grab for Mercy's cloak of gleaming and kind of motion for her to even let her foot down, as far as it'll go, and he'll stand on top of a chair if he has to.
Her foot is probably dangling limply as life drains from her body.
Close enough for him to touch?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
he'll slip off one of his platinum rings and put it onto one of her toes and cast Warding Bond.
Ooh.
Really, a toe ring though? Come on.
I hate
Look,
to point this
Miga.
out at this time, but I have hooves.
Oh, you have hooves. That's right. That's fine. As long as it's touching you. He'll put it
Okay.
in her shoe.
Cool.
Or around her tail. She does have
Cute.
a long tail.
Yeah.
It is
Tail
cute.
ring.
And he's got big fingers. So he'll cast Warding Bond. It does something very not great for him, but great for you. Are you a willing creature?
I am.
Okay. Mystic connection between us. While you're within 60 feet of me, you get +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and you have resistance to all damage.
Nice.
Also, each time you take damage, I take the same amount of damage.
Oh, that's nice. But that's sweet.
Did you
Well,
two just get
hope
married?
I don't die. I mean, my other spouses were cheating on me with the butler, so she already said yes. Why'd I say I'd drop it in your shoe? No, it's on your tail. You're not wearing shoes. It's so dumb. Why'd you make this hard? There you go. That's his only action.
Okay, then it's Miga's turn.
All right, let's see. I would like to try and do a sneak attack. Can I able to sneak attack?
Reach? Do you have a ranged attack you can do, or throw a dagger?
I have my dagger of warning that I could throw.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's just check that bad boy.
Yeah.
Just check it. Okay. Ooh, 19. Or is there anything else I need to add to that? I've never actually thrown the dagger before.
It's the same, because it's finesse, it's going to be the same as your normal attack.
Okay,
if it's 30 feet, then you're not with disadvantage, so you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, so 19, and then...
Does a 19 hit? Is that for ED, is it? ED, sorry.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know if
Yeah.
you've got mage armor on at the moment or not.
no, that hits.
Okay, so it's going to be 1d4 plus 3 piercing? Find this. Okay, 1d4. That is the wrong dice. There should not be a 5 on the d4. Try that again. All right, 3 plus 3, so 6 piercing damage.
And sneak attack damage, as Mercy is next to Eddie, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
do it as a sneak attack.
sneak attack again? Is it D6?
Yeah, how many done?
Oh, 4d6.
4d6, okay. And it was some,
Yeah.
some d6.
Satine's super excited about that damage. Eddie is not.
4d6. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 plus 6. So 18 damage?
Nice.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all the damage.
Cool.
And then I will use my bonus action to disengage.
You're far enough away anyway that you don't
Okay,
need to
well
worry
then,
about using
I
a
don't
bonus
need to.
disengage. You're not in a melee range of them, so you're cool. Then it is Pentar's turn.
Pentar can tell from the way Mercy was acting that she doesn't want Eddie to die, so she casts Entangle on the ceiling to try and like entrap Eddie, just like up in fungus, like it just like comes down from the ceiling and wraps around her and entangles her. So it says you must pass a strength save or be restrained.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay, well, you're in a massive nasty fungus up on the ceiling.
All these like nasty, gross tendrils of
Yeah, and they're
spores.
drippy. They're just
Ugh.
gross.
Oh, gross.
It's not fun. And she's just like, Mercy, are you okay?
Mercy drools blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look great. That's the end of my turn.
It's Lyra's turn.
Okay, so I'm like in the door frame still, right? I haven't really made it past the threshold.
You're just across the threshold, and you sort of
Yeah.
get in. The door slams behind you.
Okay. So if you guys can see Lyra, she probably has tears like all down her face. But she's gonna use her movement and she's gonna go directly to Miga once she sees Miga. And she's just gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? Everything's okay." And she like touches like Miga's face and like, you know, checks her hair and whatever. And then she kind of assesses like the situation. And she's gonna I'm assuming she too also picks up on the fact that Mercy doesn't really want to hurt this person.
You can insight that if you want.
Yeah, can I?
As you've literally just
Miga-
come into the situation.
Miga points up at
Oh, okay.
Eddie and goes, "I threw a knife."
I just imagine Lyra being like, "Oh, not at anyone important, I hope."
Well, Pentar's like, Lyra, don't kill her.
Yeah, you can like tell, like you can see like the darkness like around her eyes like start to like, you know, because like she's like threatening her family, and she'll look and she'll just be like, is everything okay? Is she trying to hurt anyone? But you can like see like that she's gonna grab her glaive, but I don't know, she's not gonna make any attacks. She's held, right? Like she's totally
Yeah,
held.
she's entangled.
Okay, because I was gonna cast command, but I don't think it would do much if she's already entangled.
Depends what the command is.
Well, I'm gonna do it. I'll cast command. So I speak a one-word command to a creature I can see within range. So I'll speak that at Eddie, and I'll just say halt, basically. Should I have
It's
to roll
a
the
save. What's the save that Eddie needs to roll?
It
Should be
is-
charisma.
I believe it's a wisdom saving throw, or
Okay.
follow the
Hey.
DC?
spell save. That would be a 13.
Well, I failed.
Okay. Oh, cool. I mean,
was
not
the
cool, but
What was the command? Just hold?
yeah, just halt. Just be like, and she'll just like kind of look up and just like hold her hand out and just be like, halt, and she'll like yell it very loudly, throughout the whole thing. And
That's
yeah.
awesome. That'll keep her busy for a round, so that'll help a lot because now she
Can I-
can't break out of entangle.
I mean, that's not something I can counterspell out of, is it?
So
I
it
don't
says wisdom
Command is a spell, so you could probably counterspell it. I would have thought.
saving-
I can Google.
Okay, because I would if I saw. Yeah, I'd be like, nope.
Heck no. It just says target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect
Yes,
if the
it can be.
target is
It can be
undead.
counterspelled.
Then I say nope.
Oh no. Oh god. Okay, what do I have to roll or?
Counterspell is just if it's what level was your command at?
I'll say I cast it probably. It says I'll cast it at a 2nd level.
I think yeah, counterspell still automatically
I've got some.
zaps it.
No. Okay. Alright.
So yeah, this
then does-
crazy, wild-eyed, red-headed woman embraced by fungus in the ceiling just goes no at you. And
I just look at her like, excuse me. And just look at her and just be like, you need to, and she'll like grab Miga and just make sure she's okay. And just like look really perturbed and be like to Pentar, I hope those can hold her because I'm not gonna let up if something else happens to you guys. I want to see you guys hurt. And she'll kind of get ready.
we're back to Mercy then.
I don't have anything aside from just trying to knock Edie out that I don't want to hurt her. I guess that's the only thing I can do that isn't lethal. So Mercy is going to take out her quarterstaff and bonk Edie on the head to try to knock her out. And she just faintly says, I promised I'd bring you home. And you're entangled. So I'm going to roll with advantage. I think I have a negative to hitting you. Does a 13 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Yes. So let's see. I've not bonked anybody, so I don't actually. I think the quarterstaff's what, like a D8. That. I rolled a 1 minus 1. I do 0 damage to you. Which people weren't watching. My quarterstaff lightly caresses your face. And now I make a wisdom saving
Stop
throw.
it. Get off of me. Yeah.
Gil's like on the floor, like with your hip, sweet, with your. She's not even looking. Like me.
And I get a +1 to this, but it's still a total of 10.
Nope. So you take. Lost my dice. I didn't expect you to fail it. 8. 13 points of damage.
I am unconscious. You
What?
stay entangled to the ceiling.
Did you
I
get
fall.
it? Was that with resistance from warding
I
bomb?
thought.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh
true.
yeah. So
I'm gonna take half.
13.
And
take
I will
half,
also
but
take
6.
I will
So I
also
take.
6.
So I have 2 hit points left.
Okay.
Thank you, Gil.
I'm here for you, baby. Wifey.
Gil also gets some of those memories, maybe.
Cool.
So just some emotional scarring. It's fine.
Trying to help you out. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I'll remember this.
Well, you're remembering things you didn't even remember before. It's great.
What a jerk.
Is that everything for Mercy's turn? Quarterstaff caressing. Wisdom save
I have
fail.
a bonus action. So as I start to fall unconscious with my 2 hit points, the scar on my arm that says Tenebris starts to turn red again. And if things couldn't get worse, a shadow wolf suddenly appears on the ground. And Mercy like limply tries to protect Edie with her frail body. That's it.
And it is turn.
First thing I do is try to blink a lot to see if which one of these people is actually real and which ones are not real. And all the people that are having tea disappear. And then I look at the one that put me up here and I go, "Ugh!" with my little finger, and I toll the dead on
Pentar.
The
Yeah.
save.
Yeah.
Oh, Pentar.
Pentar. And that's a wisdom saving throw DC 17. And that is at let me tell you, the level 5th level.
Okay, I got an 18.
Cool.
So that's
Yeah, nothing happens.
God. That was like the one good roll I got tonight. Thank you. Yay.
Yeah. Good. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, then if that's that, Gil, you're up. You can see that Eddie has tried to cast a spell on Pentar and failed. Mercy is close to death.
I think you were muted for half of that. I didn't catch half of that.
Me?
But yeah.
Oh, I
What'd you say?
muted. It's Gil's turn. So, yeah, Eddie's just tried to cast a spell on Pentar and failed,
Oh, okay.
and Mercy is close to death.
Okay. I thought you were still talking to Eddie for that, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I was just like
No.
waiting, but no, it
It's
cut
you,
out
it's
in
you.
my thing. Bad. Yeah, so Gil getting a little tired of this. And Mercy is wilting up there. So he actually he concentrates really hard, and he takes his Yikawa in his hand, and he just concentrates as hard as he can. And three of his allies, Pentar, Miga, and Mercy, all start glowing as he casts aid. All of your hit point maximums and current hit points are going to increase. He's casting it at first level, so it doesn't matter. So by 5, since he doesn't have access to 3rd level spells. So all of you guys are gonna increase by 5.
So my new hit points are now 1,000,000 plus 5 for those of you playing at home.
Sure, 1,000,000 plus 5. And then he's going to try and cast as his bonus action. He's going to level his Yikawa at Eddie and tell her, no, you need to focus on me, and try to cast Compelled Duel. I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
11.
Yeah, you become compelled to attack me.
I feel compelled to attack you.
Yeah, man, I suck. I could have given you that platinum ring. Instead, I gave it to your homewrecker half sister. I don't know. Use whatever excuse you need.
Is that everything for Gil?
Yes, that's it for Gil. He's just gonna stand heroically on the back of that chair that he was using to reach Mercy. So he's actually like right below them.
Is the cloak billowing?
Look.
It's always billowing. I know.
It's beautiful. He looks like a war statue. He's just like, and his like Yikawa's like pointing straight up, and his hands like out dramatically, like he's grasping a crystal ball, because that's how you have to pose. So it's beautiful.
It's like
Trust
a
me.
Renaissance painting.
He is his own mini.
It's exquisite.
Then it's Miga's turn.
So, Miga discovered, and by me I mean my stupid ass, discovered I have a crossbow.
Yay!
Did not know I had that. But I have one. So I'm just gonna have Miga like rifle through her bag because her dagger is like embedded in Eddie. So like there's nothing you can do about that.
Oh yeah.
Digs through her bag of holding, pulls out like a bunch of like confetti, is throwing it on the ground. It's getting on Mercy, but Mercy is like almost dead. So I feel like Mercy probably still cares. But anyway, throwing the confetti, some seashells, and then just like pulls out this like comically large crossbow and like yanks back one of the bolts and points it up at where Eddie is and just like fires that ish. And she's yelling while she's doing it, like I'm in like a Die Hard movie, like yeah, like that's how I imagine it's going.
You're gonna drop Eddie off Nakatomi Plaza, aren't you?
Probably.
She just looks like
cutter, like.
It looks like a scene from like Cowboy Bebop where she's just like 30 pounds and she's holding like it looks like a tiny like looks like a tiny ballista or something.
Let me roll to hit. Oh, beautiful. Nat 20.
Oh,
Roll
nice.
to blow our minds.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that is gonna be.
You get your sneak attack as well because Mercy's still next to Eddie. So you double your crossbow dice, but you also double your sneak attack dice.
Okay,
so that's
so
8d6.
Good heavens! All right, so
Do
let's
it, Mika.
4. Oh,
Sneak
no.
attack with a ballista. Do it.
10. Okay, so 13 the first time, and then
Paint this library in beef stroganoff.
I got 13, and then I got. I got 27.
Was there any bonuses that you needed to add? Dex bonus.
Dex bonus. 27
dex
plus
3?
3,
Yeah.
so 30. Miga takes no prisoners. My God.
Very nice. I mean, ow!
I imagine Eddie's just like, this hurts a lot, but it's fucking rad.
I don't understand.
While I shoot into the air, can I like duck and roll, like a shoulder roll? Is that okay? I feel like
Yeah.
it's okay because I got the nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I just like triumphantly hold this crossbow in the air and I just start screaming and like waving it around.
Okay. Is that everything for Miga's turn? Once you've done your
That is-
dramatic flourish?
Yeah, I don't think I can really do anything else. I wasted the bonus action on the Victoria scream.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just like dancing in this shower of blood that's raining from the ceiling.
Yes, if there's like blood raining down, Miga wants to like dance in it and like go, it was a firefight.
She just like paints it as war paint across her cheeks. Sorry, I watched Ladies the other day and I just got like really into. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's Pentar's turn then.
Pentar is very conflicted because it seemed like Mercy didn't want this, but now it's happening, and she's just like, I just know how to crunch. I don't know. She just yells up to Mercy like, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do?
Mercy is screaming in pain, clutching at her scarred arm that is glowing, and you see that arm starting to raise as if to cast against Eddie.
Okay, well, Pentar takes that as the fighter, so she wants to cast Blight on her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got a nat 20!
Wow.
Yay!
What level is that?
This is a 4th level spell.
Well,
See-
I got one more high counter spell.
Oh no!
It's the last one.
That's it. Well, at least it gets rid of those, so that's fine.
Thank you for telling us that.
We're getting all these good rolls because our dice just want to impress
Fantastic.
Satine. That's what
Yeah.
it is. So like, we're on, guys.
Now that we know.
You
Fantastic.
Oh, I guess that is my reaction. Never mind. I look at you and and I look at Mercy and I'm like, well, I'm more like.
All right, now that we know who has.
For
who's
people
got
that are
power
listening,
word
there are
kill,
lots of
guys?
faces being pulled. Okay. So is there anything else that you wanted to do, Pentar? Since your spell is rebuffed.
No, she's just, I mean, she's on the ground and they're up there, so it's not like she needs to move or anything. So she's just like making faces at Eddie from the ground, like, ugh.
Okay, then Lyra, we're back to you again.
Okay. So Lyra is also kind of confused just because, like, I feel like she walked in, like, a little bit late to the game, but she doesn't want anybody else getting hurt. But everybody else is really on the ceiling, so she can't really, like, she could try, like, poke at him with the glaive, I'm sure.
You could maybe climb up bookshelves to get up there.
That's what Guild did.
It's true. That's
Jump
very
on a
true.
table. If you think of like old wizardy libraries, you know.
Yeah, they have like kind of like a big like ornate table kind of.
Yeah,
like,
there may even be like that rolling ladder type thing.
Ooh, that would be
Totally.
cool. Yes, I'm gonna find one of the rolling ladder type things. And I'm going to take a running leap at it so that I'm like launched across.
I am going to ask you for
Oh no.
a acrobatics check to see how cool this is.
Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Oh. That would be a dirty 20.
This is the coolest thing in the library right now. So describe how cool it is.
So Lyra's gonna be like, that's it, I can't take, and she's just gonna like run and she's gonna like jump and grab onto this rolly ladder, and it's just gonna launch her like around the track, whatever, and she's just gonna take her glaive and just take a swipe at E. Right. Yeah.
Make that swipe with advantage as this ladder careens around and you're screaming and
This is like the most non-Lyra thing I think she's
yeah.
ever done.
Yeah, and yeah, you've just got the motion carrying you, so yeah, advantage on that.
All right, so that I rolled a 17 plus attack bonus of 4, so that's 8, 9, 20,
Woo,
21.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1d10. Oh boy. All right. Oh, 10 plus 2, 12. 12 slashing.
Whoa.
Oh boy. Yep. So she just
It's blood.
Like on my face.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Eddie's looking bad now.
Oh god.
You want me to go with you? You want me to go with you? And you guys are trying to kill me? How can I trust you?
We're back to Mercy.
Mercy opens her mouth, and the voice that comes out isn't hers. It's deeper, and it sounds like common isn't its usual language. And Mercy's eyes turn from their usual like milky white to black, and she looks down at Pentar, who Eddie tried to cast against, and then looks back at Eddie and says, "Don't hurt my sister." And her arm that's scarred with Tenebrus's name rises up, and I cast Chaos Bolt at 4th level at Eddie. Um, 21.
Oh yeah. It hits.
Let's bring up that Chaos Bolt chart. So this is psychic damage. 7, 10, 15, So 19 psychic damage.
Dungeon Master, can I say something as the bolts? I see this whole happening in like slow motion. You take my life. You took my life once. Of course, you're gonna take it again.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
And
R.I.P. I'll send flowers to your mother in Barovia.
As Eddie falls limp in this fungal cage that she's still wrapped in, the door of the library swings open. And through it, let's have perception checks from everyone, actually.
Rolled
15.
an 8. Oops, sorry.
9.
4.
4,
8.
Gil's
9.
billowing.
Yeah.
Cloak went over his head.
So
I got an
Pentar was...
18.
Who was 18, sorry?
Lyra.
Okay. Pentar's was...
8.
Okay. And Miga's was, sorry?
16.
16. Okay, so Lyra and Miga, you're sort of like... sort of Lyra, you sort of finish this swing and jump down onto the floor near Miga. And the door sort of swings open behind you. And you turn around and you look through it. And you can see that it's not that red plane outside anymore. It's actually like you're walking back into the Kip in Sigil.
Oh. Okay. That's alarming to Lyra. She doesn't know what to believe anymore. She'll be like, is anything real anymore?
Do you want an insight?
Yeah. Sure.
Amiga as well, if you want to. It's up to you.
All right. You said insight?
Mhm.
Oh, Miga, you poor dumb baby. 10.
Okay.
Oh, you got better than me. 7.
Yeah, Lyra's sort of on edge, doesn't trust anything. But Miga, you get the feeling that with the figure you saw and all the fears that you've seen, you feel like you were caught in a maze, and this may be the way out.
So, are we mazed? Is that what being mazed means?
You're not sure, but you feel like this is the actual Kip. And it's like, as a planer, that would be your immediate go-to for what the explanation for this nightmare was.
Okay. Miga will hold her crossbow triumphantly over her head and go, "Let's go, guys! We've been mazed!"
Does Mercy know what that means? Like, does she think, did what just happened actually happen, or is she...
Do you want to insight?
Let's see. Do I add anything? Nope. 13.
Okay, so you've definitely heard the term mazed around Sigil. You're not fully aware of what it is, as it was hushed tones and as a warning given to people. You get the feeling it's a punishment of some sort, but you're not exactly sure what it entails.
Okay. Then Mercy is going to assume that whatever happened is sort of real, and she's going to take Eddie's body from the ceiling, ask Pentar to not entangle it, and she's just going to carry Eddie.
Yeah.
So you're like carrying her through into the Kip.
Yes.
Okay. So as you go through, you step through the door of the library and you find yourself walking back into your Kip. And as you do, the body dissolves and vanishes as if it was never there. And you look around the kip, and everything is really neat and tidy, if really, really dusty. And there is a small, organised stack of papers on the table that you don't recall being there before.
Well, I guess Mercy will walk over to the papers and see what they are.
They are addressed to all of you.
What do they say?
So you unfold the top one, and you see that it's a note from Levity. And as you go through the pile, every single one is a note from Levity. And they go on to say that she'd gone to get supplies to clean and bind Gil's wounds. But when she returned, no one was about. And they start off chatting quite brightly about day-to-day things, keeping you updated on what's going on in Sigil, but you notice they get slightly less exuberant and less frequent with the dates as more time passes and her hope fades. And then eventually you get to the last note, and it says, "I'm sorry, I tried. I kept coming back, but you still hadn't returned. I made the place tidy for you. I even made sure the notes were in size order for Mercy. Maybe you'll read them one day, maybe not. Hopefully one day I can find you all again wherever you went. I won't stop trying to find out where you are. Please take care of yourselves." And that's where we'll stop for today.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thank you for your thank you for joining the trauma session, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
That's beautiful.
My heart.
Sorry we killed you, Satine.
Oh, no.
I'm not
I'm sure
sorry.
you're used to this by
I
now.
ain't sorry. I ain't sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
Welcome to your
R.I.P.
night.
Death is only as permanent as you want it to be in Dungeons and Dragons. You'll be back.
Yeah.
They all come back.
We
That was
all
really
float down here.
Who knows if it was real? I don't.
Dun, dun, dun. It's really hard to keep a straight face when I know things.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
I could never do something like that because I have no poker face. So
Yeah.
The worst.
I don't have a very good one either. So.
Oh, thank you
okay.
so much for coming and playing with us today, Satine. It was good. It was
Oh.
awesome. You did
Thanks,
great.
that was very fun.
It was loads of fun. So we should probably do our outros because we're getting close to time, everybody. So hello everyone, I'm Maz, they, them, at Mazmataz on Twitter. Go there if you want to see loads of pictures of my cosplay that I wore at PAX. It was a delight. There's also, if you check out D&D Beyond, Todd did an interview with me where we just did loads of videos of the costume. It was just so much fun. Anyone that came and said hi to me at PAX, thank you so much. I'm sorry if I looked really bemused. I was not expecting anyone to recognise me either in or out of costume, and I was just like, what's happening? So yeah, it was a bit of crazy. So maybe next time I'll be a bit more prepared for that sort of thing. I have this weird disconnect where I don't realise people actually watch this show. Like, once I start DMing, I'm just like, I'm playing the game and forget that I'm streaming. So, yeah, it's really weird when people say they've watched it. So, I appreciate that people do, though. It's great. So, let's go around everyone anyway. I'll stop babbling. Chloe, hey, let's start with you.
Hey, I'm Chloe. You can find me on Twitter at HeyIt'sChloe, CLOE, and Instagram at HeyIt'sChloeChristine. Yeah, you can find me there. I'm kind of inactive right now, but I'm hoping to come back soon. I just got to get some stuff sorted out on my end, school things and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll hopefully be back. I have a few things planned, which I'm excited about, some NPC building stuff. So I want to kind of show that soon so that it's exciting. But yeah, find me over there, say hi. Yeah, and that's really it.
Cool, thank you. Lisa, hi.
I'm Lisa Chen, she, her. I'm traumatized. I do a lot of things D&D related and for the Adventurers League, but the thing I care the most about right now is I'm helping to raise funds with the D&D team for Extra Life to help kids who are in children's hospitals. So if you go to @MercifulDM on Twitter, I will post the link right after we end the show. My page is at 3,000 out of 5,000 raising funds for Children's Specialized Hospital in Mountainside, New Jersey, right around the corner from the house where I grew up. And if you play the Adventurers League, I have a bunch of thank you gifts for your donations. So definitely scroll down the page and see what cool, fun stuff you can get for helping sick kids.
Extra Life is cool. Get that stuff. Get those exclusive, fun, cool things for your AL game, because they're AL legal as well, aren't they?
Yes.
The things you give out, which is cool. Little perks there. Kayla, hey.
Hi, I am Kayla, pronouns she, her. You can find me on the internets at KAYNCLI. I am currently doing a Star Trek game. I'm DMing it for Lisa, Hadil, and our friend Blue Jay, and that's on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on Encounter RP. And Hadil and I are working on Bramblefoot Adventures, and Holly and I did a bunch of clothing designs, including this hat, on Trash Witch Coven on Etsy. And also I do lots of art all the time, and you can follow me on Twitter and see all that stuff. So yay.
TK, you're muted.
I knew that, and I did not know that actually. I had to have a little box come up and have you tell me. Whatever, it's me. It's TK. It's me. I write spooky stories on the internet. If you like spooky stories and you like not having to pay for them yet, then you can read them at tkjwrites.com or on my Twitter, TK Joins the Fray, or you can look at pictures of my cat on Instagram for TK Has Joined the Fray, depending on how many characters they let me have, which is rarely that many. I also, when I am not here, Tuesdays, starting this Tuesday, I will be on Don't Split the Podcast Network with the Demon Plague. Wednesday, I'll be on WebDM with Invisible Sun, Unearthly Twilights. Thursdays, I'll also be on WebDM with Land Between Two Rivers, which is a Dark Sun-inspired playthrough. And Sundays, I'm here. And that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Thank
They,
you,
them.
TK.
Bye.
Okay. Hadil, hello.
Hello, it's me, Hadil, though you can't see me because my webcam is... Who cares? You can find me online on Twitter at TwittySuch, TWI. Let's just wait for this motorcycle to just burn out. Okay, thank you. TWITTYSECH on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I made some soup today, and you could go and enjoy that soup video. You can't enjoy it because you can't eat it through the phone, but that's fine. On Thursdays, I play Trapped in the Birdcage with Holly, who is traveling right now from 5 to whenever 2 hours after 5 is. And that's all. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. And thank you so much to Satine for joining us today. Hello.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Satine Phoenix at Satine Phoenix, all the things, she, her. And I would like to introduce you to the Closet Cat, who I don't think has ever really made a on-camera appearance. This is Nika. She's full of hate, but she's on camera giving love right now. So yeah, you can find, there's a lot of things happening. We're in pre-production for a lot of stuff here at Maze Arcana, twitch.tv/Maze Arcana. And there's a lot of things. Find all the things that we're doing on all the social medias for Dungeons and Dragons. Say hi. I'm there. I'm the person typing behind the scenes. So yeah, just say hi.
Yeah, someone does all those.
Thanks for having me,
awesome
guys,
things.
by the way.
Thank you.
This was
coming.
really
was
fun.
great.
And Lisa, it was really fun being your sister.
Oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken. I'm still processing.
Yeah, like it was really funny because I was like, oh, I've got this really cool thing. How could I? Oh, and I never play mean characters, so it was really fun for me. I'm really sorry, not sorry.
I
yeah,
have been
living the
sitting on
pain.
this script since well before PAX. I was like, I wrote it before we went away, and I was like, this is what's gonna happen. So
That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Thank you, everyone.
But yeah, thank you guys for being fun. That was great.
Yeah, so sorry we're slightly over time, so we'd better run now. Thank you everyone for watching, and we are back again next week. So bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.